Through your work on the Xenon front, you have proven yourself to be a valuable asset to the Terran cause. We might have another task for you. This one will require a somewhat softer touch, though. Having someone in our corner who is familiar with diplomacy and backroom deals will be critical to this operation's success. Our agents have been watching an analyst going by the name of Dal Busta. He is currently negotiating on behalf of the Hatikva Free League. Get in contact with this Busta character and get acquainted with the political situation outside the Sol system. Ever since you handed in your report, my people have been working tirelessly to find a connection between a number of intriguing events that have occurred in Sol over the course of the last few weeks. The first incidents were barely out of the ordinary. High-tech traders missing cargo, manipulated delivery schedules, the occasional kidnapping and ransoming. Then things began to ramp up. Top-secret deliveries being raided, fake distress signals targeting our military trainees, sabotage on a grand scale. And lately, more and more of these incidents involve the Xenon in some fashion. We can no longer ignore the possibility of a major new threat to the Terran Protectorate. Based on recent evidence, my people are fairly sure that our opponents are the infamous Yaki. In a nutshell, they're pirates. Our data suggested that they originated as members of the Argon Federation, another splinter group they couldn't keep under control. The Yaki have always dabbled in dangerous technology, and they seem to have only doubled down on that alarming compulsion since we last had the pleasure of making contact. One of their criminal spin-off enterprises, the infamous Beryl, was responsible for an AGI drone attack on Earth in recent history. Expect their ships to be heavily armed and highly maneuverable. Ah, yes, indeed. I recognize you might have personal reasons for your interest, so it seems only prudent to offer you this assignment first. The objective is simple. Find out where these pirates are hiding, what their goals are, and whether they can be defeated. Unfortunately, you will only be able to call upon limited support during your mission. As an undercover operative, it is paramount that no direct connection can be drawn between you and the Terran Secret Service. Once you leave Protectorate space, you're on your own. I can provide some guidance to help you get started, but ultimately, you will be the one making decisions under pressure. 2 of our cadets recently encountered an especially malicious distress signal trap that was presumably set by these Yaki. They seem to be targeting specific Terran ships for some reason, and since they're keen on eliminating anyone who follows their trail, that reason remains a mystery to us. If we catch them in the act, that will tell us more about their objectives. An advanced satellite should be able to pick up on all distress signals in the sector. My team will evaluate the data and point you towards potential discrepancies. With your record, you will do just fine, Operative. I'll leave you to prepare.
Katana.
Please hold. We will be scanning your cargo. All clear. You can be on your way.
Short-range transporter.
Anywhere within this sector will be fine, Operative. Let's see here. 2 medical emergencies and a harmless collision in the docking queue. Nothing out of the ordinary. Patrols are already moving in to assist. Carry on with your task.
Thanks for your help.
Entering
Beautiful, isn't it? Solid piece, I mean. I hope we can keep it that way. And here we are. You just have to know what to watch out for. A civilian transport logged an unidentified vessel, creeping about at the edges of the sector, refusing to answer when being asked for directions. There's no mention of a patrol encounter, so that ship might still be out there. Judging by the log trajectory, we may be able to make a strike in the next sector. That's a lead. Let's move. Interesting. We're getting dangerously close to Sagara's Pioneers' territory. They're spread thin and rely on Terran trade. That makes them especially vulnerable to these pirate raids. If I were a shadowy nemesis that wanted to strike the Protectorate where it's weakest, Pioneers' space is where I'd begin.
Entering Saturn 1.
No hits. That's somewhat unexpected. No, there's something here. A faint signal my team can't quite pinpoint. I believe a more in-depth search is in order. That produced a result at least. If you keep this up, you'll be able to narrow down the signal's origin. Move towards the new search area and try again. It's getting clearer. Great. Keep it up.
Empty space.
We've almost got it. There we go. I'll assign a local patrol to assist you right away. These pirates won't ambush us this time. Xenon! Dispatch them, operative.
M. N. M. N.
I'd love to take the time to commend you for your bravery, Operative, but I'm afraid you'll have to continue on your quest right away. A local trader just sent out a distress signal, and the pattern matches that of an earlier pirate attack. We're close to apprehending these intruders.
Entering Uranus. Empty space.
Arrived just in time. The reports are piling up in Pioneer's territory, as we feared. How odd. The trader reports that she was ordered to drop her cargo, but that nothing of value ended up being stolen. only a small amount of foodstuffs. However, there's no time to dwell on that right now. This is as far as I can safely communicate with you, Operative. From here on out, you're on your own.
Aha! Now that the venerable Terran individual has terminated communications, I can finally share my insights with my valued assistant. I do so fancy a scientific investigation. I spot a pioneer mining fleet in the distance. Maybe we can ask them for directions.
Follow. Mineral.
By the Queen! Those pioneer fellows seem to be in trouble.
Treads there. One step closer, and you're space fly down.
No. This can't be happening. Fleet, defend yourself. Don't let that Yaki take away our hard-earned credits.
Captain? Are you sure?
Of course I am. We're pioneers, and we won't be done in by a pirate.
E.
Was a close one. Now, friend, I don't know how to thank you. Had you not arrived at precisely the right moment, I don't know if we would have found the courage to stand up against that vile beast.
But, Captain Atreides...
Reuven, please, give our guest a moment to breathe. Maybe collecting the cargo that was scattered during this most heinous attack will help lift our spirits, yes? Please, friend, give us a hand if you will. Splendid. Please, friend, do accompany us on our journey. It is just a short hop. Upon our arrival, I will arrange for you to be generously accommodated.
Autopilot engaged. Follow. Mineral. Autopilot disengaged.
Say, friend, what leads you to this most remote of places? Perhaps you've heard of the famous Pioneers Initiative and couldn't help but want to see this most honorable endeavor for yourself. I can proudly say that us pioneers have dutifully expanded the reaches of Sol ever since our inception, and our glorious tale grows grander by the day.
I must say that this operation is rather fascinating.
A boron? How intriguing. You couldn't possibly be here because of the planetary beautification program?
Oh, indeed. I have a plethora of vivid ideas that I would very much like to... I mean, that information is classified. Friend?
Right. Too many ears. Well, I'm sure we'll have ample opportunity for chat once we arrive at our destination, my dear friends.
Captain, we're approaching our base of operations.
Capital. Well then, my friend, you go and take the cargo you helped us collect to the customs officer over yonder. Don't worry, she'll catch on eventually, and you'll get your share.
Docking granted. Successfully docked.
This entire situation appears to be
Requesting
rather opaque.
Docking
I do
permission
hope that
granted.
this customs officer will be able to shed some light on what we just witnessed.
Yes? How can I help you? Yes, I've been expecting another delivery. One shipment of Terran tech unloaded and ready for sampling. Few of these crates are damaged. That's a bit troubling. You wouldn't know anything about that, now would you? True, but you can't keep going overboard. I know how much this operation means to all of you, but if Protectorate citizens keep getting hurt, that'll put us all in danger. Here, take this as a token of thanks, and maybe tell Atreides not to overdo it. Oh, I see you're not familiar with our customs procedures. Don't worry about it. Here, take this as well, and you'll have to excuse me, but I'm quite busy.
I am afraid I was not quite able to follow. We may have to investigate further. The denizens of the local recreation establishment will surely be able to elaborate. Trust me, assistant, for I have done my research on proper detective work.
Stars light upon you. My people are spread far, and I consider it my holy duty to travel the Gate Network and give spiritual guidance to those in need. One day, these pioneers will perceive that their work is guided by the sacred geometry of the cosmos that shaped us all. However, I have realized, with great regret, that not even my Paranid brethren among the scientific elite can spare the time for my counsel. Truly a tragic display of hubris. I had no choice but to withdraw to this humble place so that I may meditate and resume my service among the lowest of the low. These people desperately need someone to teach them serenity and contentment. This area of the Gate Network houses so many disparate peoples, so much potential for strife. And even on this station, there is scarcely a moment of peace. Not so long ago, I observed a pilot with a terribly asymmetrical face storm through these serene halls, assailing innocent bystanders. It would truly be a shame if this budding community were to wither in senseless conflict. Good day to you.
Hello there. Oh, I'm just working for the captain over there. It's a well-paying job, all things considered. Especially with all the pirate attacks recently. Yeah, about that. You do realize that we're professionals, right? That we've probably dealt with pirates in the past. That situation could have gone a lot worse, but it also could have gone a whole lot better if we'd made even the slightest effort to de-escalate. Look, I'm glad you came to help us out, but next time, try to read the situation first. Should probably tell that to the captain, too.
Hello there, pilot. End up here. I was with the pioneers from the very start. Well, almost. Mining rights were difficult to come by back in those days. And if you're just some odd jobber on the edges of Sol, the well-oiled machine of the Terran Protectorate economy treats you like space dust. No offense, by the way. Don't know if you're affiliated, but you did meet up with us coming from that direction. Does she now? Gah, the gall of the woman. She's the one who got us into that situation in the first place. Oh, I'll tell her a story, all right, when I next meet her. Nothing in particular. You know, the usual dangers of long-distance hauling. Mining. Don't concern yourself with that. Right now, all is well, and you're our honoured guest. And she told you that? You two must be getting rather close already. Look, I'm not saying she's wrong. I know I jumped the gun. Might have endangered the entire operation.
I'm sorry, I misjudged you. I simply saw a ship I didn't know arriving at that crucial moment, and tried my best to keep up appearances.
But I know that doesn't change anything. I should maybe just stay away from Shani for a while. A very long while. No, I'm innocent, I swear. That customs officer has been in cahoots with those pirates this entire time. I wouldn't be surprised if she was a Yaki herself.
You disgust me, Atreides. We made a promise.
I'm only telling the truth, Reuven. I keep telling you that we can't stand up to the Protectorate. Please don't tell your superiors. Apprehend that customs officer, and this entire mess will be cleaned up, I promise. Damn it. Reuven, wait.
Praise miscommunication, as our new parented friend might say. Onward! I have marked the customs office for you. Oh no! The tadpole has jumped the pond. Hurry up, assistant. Our investigation demands the utmost haste.
Rapier.
That asteroid does look peculiarly inhabited, or abandoned. It might just be the poor quality of your camera's resolution, but I do advise caution. And there is the customs officer again. Do not spook her. We still have to find the clue.
What do you want? Are you threatening me? I have no further business with you. Thank you for letting me know. Maybe it's for the best. Towards the end, he was a danger to himself and everyone around him. We might have been. Once. It's true, by the way. He came to me quite recently. Went on and on about this new piece of cyberware he'd built out of Terran high-tech. He was so proud. And of course, he wanted me to have it. Thought that it would make me reconsider my decision and maybe go back with him. He was already so far gone. I couldn't bring myself to say no, and so I took it. Kept it with me even though I knew I'd never return there. Here, I'll make you an offer. You seem more sensible than I expected, and I have a feeling that you wouldn't stop searching just because I told you to get lost. You go ahead and take this. See where it leads you. All I ask of you is to keep an open mind and don't judge a book by its cover. There are going to be a few ugly ones where you're headed. Good luck.
An item! How curious!
Container.
This appears to be a rather advanced piece of cybernetics. It its creator seems to have poured his very soul into the intricate metalwork. And if my eyes do not mislead me, yes, it appears to be linked to the scary and sinister asteroid in your vicinity. Assistant, I command you to investigate. Awaiting orders.
Aurelia.
Ma'am, can I help? Goodbye.
This place watching me. I suggest we conclude our investigation in the most efficacious and hasty manner possible. I do not like the look of that. An abandoned Yaki ship. So this is what that awfully suspicious customs officer was hiding.
We found something out here. Ma'am.
Rhea. Rhea.
Now, I am sure that you would like to familiarize yourself with the controls of this intriguing vessel, but all in due time. May I propose that we first increase the abandonment of this horrible place by several levels of desolation? Such ingenuity! Assistant, you have outdone yourself. Most uncomfortable episode, there appeared to be multiple options at your disposal, Assistant. From what I could gather, your other employer would undoubtedly appreciate your swift return. However, those overzealous Terrans will likely quarantine this marvelous piece of technology at their enthusiasm. Should you decide to meet them, it would be prudent to not waste resources on ship equipment beforehand. Alternatively, and if I may say so, preferably, you are always welcome to join me at your own headquarters. I do admit that I may not be the most ostentatious or generous of hosts, but I promise not to damage your newly acquired vessel during the examination. The quest for knowledge is the noblest of pursuits.
Jumpgate, Gaian Prophecy. Entering system, Gaian Prophecy. Entering system. Sigeris. Entering system. Antigone Memorial. Entering system. The Void. Jump gate. Second contact. Cover activated.
So that is the arcane function of that peculiar apparatus. Those Xenon do not recognize you as an enemy.
Entering system. Argon Prime. Entering system. Atikva's choice. Cover activated. Yaki. Cover entering system. Silent witness. Entering system. 18 billion. Entering system. Grand exchange. Entering Grand Exchange 1. Docking granted. Successfully docked.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Oh, how fascinating. This ship appears to be equipped with rather sophisticated spoofing technology that exceeds my wildest imaginations. I am devastated. But despite my numerous qualifications at the highest level in many subjects, I am unable to reverse engineer this peculiar apparatus. You will have to discover its functions in the field. I did, however, manage to decrypt the ship's navigational data. You should be able to find its point of origin now.
Moreya. Entering Grand Exchange 4. Entering system 18 billion. Entering system. Silent witness. Tikva's choice. Danger. Cover at entering system. Arca's Cascade.
It was not smart. Not good enough.
Cover deactivated. H. Cover activated. Yaki. Danger. Hazardous region detected. Entering Arca's Cascade. 17. Cover deactivated. Cover activated. Yaki. Unknown station. Entering system. Matrix. Number 79B. Solar power plant. Cover deactivated. Cover activated. Yaki. Entering system. Savage.
It worked! Great magenta flight spirit of cybernetic science, it worked! Haha! I can barely contain my excitement.
Amplify.
Stranger! Explain yourself! Who are you, and how did you get here? Why? What a mess! Meet me at the coordinates immediately. I'm providing you with an escort.
What is this? A Xenon station? I think we might have already passed one of these earlier. I must say, I am rightly flabbergasted by its intricate entanglement. And such an aggressive color scheme.
Oh, no sightseeing.
Cover deactivated. Cover activated. Yaki. Pirate base. Successfully done.
Glad you're reasonable, stranger. I'm adding you to the admission list for my office.
That does sound eerily familiar. I think I will terminate my communications for now and observe quietly.
Finally, come in. Well, where do I start? Where would you start if you were in my place? You suddenly barge into our system in a ship that obviously doesn't belong to you. You're a damn security risk! Because you're not the first to arrive here. Ever since the realignment of the gates, we're picking up scrappers, adventurers, scientists. Maniacs! All of you! But we can't let anyone die out here. There are already far too few of us. I'm not asking you to join the Yaki. We all have our allegiances. But I am asking you to have a closer look. Make your rounds, see how we live. Might just change your perspective. Oh, have I not made my formal speech yet? Welcome to the home of the Yaki. Freedom-loving, freebooting, and who am I kidding? What you see here is the last remnant of the Yaki. At least the last that we know of. When those gates shut down 2 generations ago, my people got stranded here, together with the Xenon. Most died in that first week. A few found hiding spots inside an abandoned outpost. And then, some stars and augmentation artists found the solution. These things on my face, they're not just for show, you know? I don't exactly know how they function, but they keep the Xenon away, most of the time. But that's not all. This orc art also lets a few of the most gifted Yaki do things to the Xenon, brought them here and there. It doesn't always work, and you've seen what happens when you indulge too much, but it kept us alive. And so here we are, pirates to some, abominations to others, and with the Xenon strapped to our back like a damn tumor. Doesn't matter if we stay or leave. Either way, we're fair game. Good, then he's no longer a threat. Don't get me wrong, it's kind of sad that he's gone. He was a good Yaki once. But the way he plastered himself with those cybernetics, with no regard for his or our safety? There's really only one way this could have ended. Damn right I am. Thanks to that fool Obelisk, the war's already underway. With you on the loose, there'll at least be one more pilot with a brain. And a conscience, I hope. Another thing, I called you a stranger earlier, and that was a lie. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Hey. Well, this is kind of awkward. Don't know if you were expecting to see me. Maybe you were. Maybe that's why you came in the first place. Doesn't matter. What counts is that you're here right now. That's not an easy question to answer. I guess I was kind of overwhelmed back there. If you remember, we thought we were hot on a trail, and then everything went nova. Organic pulled me out when that maniac Obelisk disabled my ship. Been here since then, flying with the Yaki. Testing out my powers. Meet me outside. We'll talk some more when we're back in our pilot seats.
Cover activated. Maria.
Alright, time for straight talk. First of all, it's damn good to have you back. I've been waiting for an opportunity, and here it is. Secondly, this place stinks. We're about to take a real close look at the heap at its center. And thirdly, it's really good to have you back. Just wanted to make that clear.
Amplifiers.
Anyway, we should get going. If you have something on your mind, just call me, yeah? Okay, we're here. Time to clue you in about the real deal. That over there, my friend, is an amplifier station. The only one under Yaki control. You've seen what heavily augmented Yaki can do with their cybernetics, eh? This thing, if turned on, further increases the strength and range of those Xenon attacks. Organic says they need it for their own safety. And as a dead man switch when the Protectorate inevitably finds and attacks this place. But she doesn't understand. No, none of them understand. All they're doing is hiding and delaying until they suffocate, or someone like Obelisk snaps and turns this side of the gate network into a slaughterhouse. In the end, despite all their precautions and with all the technology in the universe, these people have nowhere to go except out and through. This system, this entire situation is a giant ticking time bomb. There's only one way to stop it once and for all. We have to destroy that amplifier. It's brutal, but Mission Command has trained us to make hard choices. These people have shown me kindness, but I trade them all in for the safety of Saul. I've gathered a handful of fighters who want to stop this downward spiral at once, regardless of their own fate. It's gonna take serious preparation to make this work, but you've always kept a cool head when I couldn't. Awaiting your command, Wing Leader.
Hello there, pilot. Since you and your friend have already inspected the merchandise, I guess there's nothing else for it. It's time to put all our cards on the table. When you've got a moment, have a look at the briefing I just sent you. And before you flip your hat, I'm not asking you to betray her. Well, I guess I am, but no, just the times and all that. Think about where you want your loyalties to lie. Pull it over, consider all possible consequences. You're not the first to attempt this mission, but you might just have a shot at success.
Is she insane? She can't possibly think that we would ever ally ourselves with her against the Protectorate. Actually, now that I think about it, God, if these pieces masses of human trash are already contemplating genocide to save themselves. There's no reason we shouldn't do the same. Yeah, you know what? Let's tell Mission Command about this whole mess. Get the Terran Navy to warm up the big guns.
Please! My ethically challenged assistance. Consider the immeasurable suffering this may bring upon these poor people.
Oh, shut up, Squid. Nobody invited you.
Cover deactivated. Cover activated. Yaki. Cover deactivated. Entering.
Sorry, friend. I'm afraid I'll have to lay low. With these cybernetics and this ship, any Terran we come across would shoot me on sight.
Cover activated. Yaki. Entering system. Getsu Fune. Cover deactivated. Odysseus, Vanguard. Docking granted. Successfully docked.